Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here and welcome back to my channel and today's video where we are going to be talking about some news that was very sneakily dropped by SimGuruConor, and this is all about the community voted stuff pack, which is obviously the knitting stuff pack. I'm quite lucky this time around because obviously with everything that is going on right now, I am trapped at home, so I can catch up on the news. Usually when the Sims team drop news, it's when I'm traveling to an event or I'm at an event and I don't have like my PC to capture footage, or I just can't have time to do it because it obviously takes a lot of time to set everything up. But this video is sponsored by Elgato for a very special reason. And that is because Elgato just sent me one of these bad boys. This is their 4K 60S Plus. This is pretty much a portable capture card in which I can place my SD card and just start recording then and there. Like, this is gonna take so much pressure off my traveling laptop. So when I start going back to events and, you know, the Sims team, they truly, I swear, they plan news drops for when I am actually busy and can't get to it. This is gonna come in so handy. But big thank you to Elgato for gifting me this one. And if you wanna go check this out, get more information about it, there is, as always, a link down in my description so you can go check out all of Elgato's products. But even though I was trapped inside, this news was still pretty sneaky. I haven't been on Twitter a lot. I've kind of been trying to distract my mind and things like that. So I only really have seen bits and pieces of this. So I thought I would film kind of my first reaction to this news that goes into a bit more detail about the brand new pack. So this is behind the scenes of the community voted knitting stuff pack. Hello Simmers, I hope everyone is doing alright in these crazy times. I'm alright, I'm a little bit hot right now because I have a heat pad on. Don't know if you guys know this, but I pulled a muscle in my neck and it's super sore. So I am currently a little bit sweaty because of the heat patch, but you know what, we carry on. So we've got some Sim improvements. One of the cool things we're adding to this pack is a chance to knit your own clothing. Not gonna lie, I would have been super disappointed if that wasn't a thing in this pack, because that seems like a feature. If you get knitting, you want to be able to like knit stuff for your Sims. You don't just want to knit like objects, which I still kind of hope that there are objects, but it's nice that Create a Sim is also taken into consideration, making it available for everyone in their household to wear. Felt like this was a very important system for knitting, perhaps the most important. Whilst it may sound like a no-brainer, keep in mind that most clothing in The Sims 4 is readily available for all Sims to wear. Which is true, like at the minute, like literally all the clothes are on offer. Like you can get rid of all the tags so you can have males wear feminine clothing and feminine Sims wear masculine clothing, and there's really no limitation. The only limitation kind of set is unlockable clothes that you get with careers, but again, once you've unlocked those, they'll be available for anyone in the family, I think. So this adds a little bit of difficulty to The Sims 4. I used to really love it where your Sims had to go shopping for clothes. That was a thing in The Sims 2, so your Sims physically had to go out into the world, pick their clothes, and if they didn't pick clothes, then you didn't have any other outfits. Like, you were just stuck in the one outfit that you chose. So I like that element. I think that's really cool, like tying some things off. Some people might think this is a negative. They're like, oh, why isn't all the Create a Sim available like straight away? I don't know if there'll be a cheat to get around that, or I'm sure modders and custom content creators will unlock them so that they're available for anyone. But I personally like that idea because it's a little bit more realistic, and it means you actually have to play through the pack. You don't just get like redemption at the very beginning. You actually have to work towards something. Our idea was to create a UI that displays locked Create a Sim clothing items. This way you'll be able to view things like knitted sweaters and socks. Yes, socks. very important. Glad we are getting socks. Before knitting them, this will show you everything your sim can aspire to create. Okay, so this is basically a mock-up. Obviously, this is a base game sim who very much looks like SimGuru Ninja. Did we use Ninja's sim self here? He doesn't have the beard anymore though, does he? I think he shaved his beard off. He also shaved his hair off, so I might do an updated SimGuru Ninja sim self. But basically this is what it's gonna look like, not obviously like exactly like this. This is just a mock-up, so this isn't the confirmed UI. But basically you have the top and then it's got a lock on it and it shows like knit this to unlock it for your sim. I wonder if it classes every colour as a different thing, so you'd have to craft like all the colours, or if you just craft one, then all of them unlock? I have no idea, but that's a cool little feature. Let's rock! Next, let's talk about rocking chairs. For a pack about knitting, it just felt right. I have said from the very beginning, if we aren't getting rocking chairs in this pack, I don't want this pack. So luckily, we are getting rocking chairs. Will most likely function like regular chairs, but with a few added twists. They better rock. I'm telling you. If they don't rock, and I don't mean like in this sense, I mean like if they don't physically rock, what is the point? Sims will be able to do things like talk, watch TV, listen to music, read books, and knit. Yay! Okay, this sounds ridiculous. Like, it sounds ridiculous me saying yay, but I had this terrifying feeling that Sims would only be able to stand up and knit. I don't know why, I just felt like that could have been a thing that would happen in The Sims 4, knowing The Sims 4 look. Like, I could imagine one of the gurus being really, really sorry and, like, having to tweet out, like, unfortunately, we couldn't figure out Sims sitting down and knitting, so they just had to stand up, so I'm glad that that isn't an issue. If it works while sitting, we'll try to make it work whilst rocking. Oh, so basically they want Sims to also be able to rock and talk and watch TV and listen to music. I mean, that makes sense. I have a rocking chair and I just like automatically start rocking in it, like doing whatever. So obviously, like, I kind of hope that they managed to figure that out, because it sounds like it's rocky right now. That wasn't even meant to be a pun. I'm gonna excuse myself, okay? That's it. This video is done. Now let's talk about elders. Okay, so this is a topic of contention within the community right now. I know, myself included, I can't say that I'm not guilty of this. I have been pushing for more elderly type gameplay with this stuff pack, and I know not everyone who knits, not everyone who does crafts is an elder person. Trust me, I know that. But elders are very lacking in The Sims 4, which I know some people are also like, hey, my grandparents are classed as elders and they do all the same stuff that we do, which is fair enough. I get that. But also, I'd love to see more of a community element for elders. I've talked about this before. I'd really love like a lot that works as a community hall, and they can host like book clubs and like different things for elders to like go out and interact with each other. Also like care homes I think would be really cute. I know there's a mod for it. I just think that like elders, yes, they can do everything that regular Sims can do, but they've probably done all of those regular things throughout their lifetime of being a young adult and an adult, and then I kind of want them to wind down a little bit sometimes. And they've probably done gardening if they're interested in gardening. They've probably painted. They're probably a level 10 in all of these skills. I just want some dedicated like gameplay for the elders, and I want to do a whole video on that. So if you want to see a video on like me giving ideas for what gameplay I would like to see for elders or other specific age groups, let me know in the comments down below, because I feel like there's a lot to unpack there, or should I say unstitch. We'd like elders to have some unique gameplay with rocking chairs, so we're including a special interaction on rocking chairs called Reminisce, where elder Sims think back on their days of yore I've never heard that word, and recall something nice or maybe not so nice. Maybe something super embarrassing that they buried deep, deep down. Who knows? I know. But you'll have to wait until the pack comes out. Connor, you little tease. I think this is quite nice. I think it's going to be quite a basic interaction. They'll probably have a little animation that's like, oh, which, I mean, I think is already in the game anyways. This is kind of a thing that comes with Slice of Life, where Sims can think about family members and they can also like reminisce on a time and they'll get like a random moodlet. I think that's probably what it'll do. It'll add, like, if it's an embarrassing memory, it'll have a little moodlet like saying that the Sim is now embarrassed because they've thought about something from their past that was dug up, or it'll have like a happy memory. I think it will be a pretty small thing. Like, it probably will just affect the moodlets, which is nice, but I mean, it's pretty small. What else does the rocking chair do? Lots of stuff, but I can't reveal everything just yet. What else can a rocking chair do? And then this is the rocking chair that actually won the vote. Not my personal favourite. I really wanted the plain, the one that people definitely tagged as modern, just because I feel like it would have fitted into more rooms, especially for my kind of gameplay. It would have looked really nice in nurseries and kids' rooms. I just would have preferred the one that had like the full cushion and looked a bit more modern. This one's cute and all, but it's not my favourite. And then there is Plopsy. Also in this pack is a cool feature called Plopsy. Yes, Plopsy. What is Plopsy? It's an online store where Sims can sell their crafted art. I love this. I love that one sentence that I just read. Made my heart happy. This isn't tied to a career or a gig, so if you want to make a little art money on the side, Plopsy is here for you. Being able to sell your knitted items online felt like a really strong feature for this pack, and we weren't sure if just dragging an object into the sell button was going to cut it. Obviously, that means like the sell button in your inventory, and I kind of love that they even thought about that. That definitely wasn't anything that entered my mind when I thought about knitting. With Plopsy, Sims will be able to list their objects online for a small fee in hopes that an internet stranger will buy it. Once a buyer is found, Sims will need to ship the object themselves by routing to the mailbox. Again, adds a little bit of challenge. Yeah, it's not much, but it's more challenge than what we're used to in The Sims 4. And it's just like a little detail like that that can make the game feel a bit more realistic. Or they can ignore someone's offer and try for a better deal. Not only can knitted objects be listed on Plopsy, so it doesn't just match up with this stuff pack and the knitting stuff, obviously, but so can things like paintings and woodworking sculptures too. I'm hoping to include as many things as possible that make sense for a store like this. Whichever item you choose to sell, you should hopefully make more of a profit with Plopsy than selling things the old-fashioned way. Honestly, like, I love that idea. Well done, Sims team. Honestly, round of applause. Like, I know I'm probably gonna get comments like, Molly, why are you excited about this? Like, I don't care about that. I do. I think that's a really cool feature. It's kind of like Etsy. I shop on Etsy a lot. I know it's kind of like a bit up in the air right now as to whether Etsy is good for people selling on there and stuff, but a lot of people do make their money through Etsy. So I shop on there quite frequently. I love it. I love the creativity. I love supporting local artists. And this really reminds me of Etsy and I really like it. I think it's a great idea. Your Sims can also purchase things from Plopsy. I'm just reading this off now. If you don't feel like knitting a hat, maybe someone has one for sale. Hopefully that's like townies as well. Like, that's kind of cute. I have been feeling as if kind of computer interactions have been missing in The Sims 4. We don't have like online dating or anything like that, and I feel like this may be kind of a step towards it. I do really love like odd jobs that came with Island Living and how you can kind of interact with townies that way. I really like that feature. It kind of lets you like meet townies without actually meeting them, and it also like sparks off ideas in your head. And I also feel like this is really cute as well, because you have like pen pals, but you never really meet them unless you like come up with an idea. So this can kind of kick off different things. Plopsy is still off the presses, so I don't have any screenshots to share, but for now, please enjoy this potential Plopsy logo. There we go. This is Plopsy. I really like it. Also, it's the trans flag colours, so I'm in. But that's really, really cute. Last but not least, thanks to everyone who voted in our surveys and took time to answer my community questions on the Sims 4 forums. Your feedback helps. You guys are amazing. And again, keep in mind all things mentioned in here are still early development and are subject to change. Please do not remove Plopsy, Sims team. Please. Like, I want it. I want it in my game yesterday. If we could just keep that, that would be fine. Change the logo, change the name, do whatever you want to do with it, but keep that feature. I'm sure they will. I mean, it's a big flipping feature, or a big flopping feature. I need to stop. And then on the 15th, we also had this from concept art to actually being in the game. So we obviously chose this item. This was part of the final selection in the votes. So it goes through a polish phase. Now the concept artist creates a guide for the object. We do this so the modeler can understand what the concept artist and art director think it should look like. So this is all very confusing and seems very mathematical, and well done for understanding this if you understand it. And then they render a polished 3/4 view of what the object should look like in the game. So this is a render of it, which I love this item. I think it's so cute. I hope that some of these are decorative slots, like you can actually stand things on here. Then we add reference images to make how each part should look clearer. If there's a texture like the wood grain or a graphic like this fox, we call out what image should be used. The fox is so cute, the little flower band on. We also call out some technical details. So this is basically just calling out like what material it looks like it should be made out of and stuff. I don't understand things like these. Then we have color variants, which is obviously what caught my eye. I'm like a child reading a storybook. I'm like, ooh, pretty colors. Which I really like all of these color variants. Like, I enjoy that they've done some more plain ones. Like, this is all white, which is really nice. Then they've added white with a wooden shelf. Kind of hoping that these are all confirmed, because I think that these are a good mix. But that does seem to be like quite a lot of colors for one object. And then that's it for concept. If the guide has all these elements, the modeler should have what they need to make your object. We hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes look at the upcoming stuff pack. So this was the most interesting part for me. So yeah, from all of that, I'm definitely most excited about Plopsy. Like, even though this is a stuff pack, they definitely seem to have thought about some interesting details and things that I genuinely would have never thought of. I think a lot of people who maybe thought like, why did we vote knitting? This is gonna be boring. Like, all you're gonna do is have your Sims sit and repeat the same action over and over. I think even those people, like if you were one of those people, let me know. Were you won over by this information? Are you still not too fussed about this stuff pack? I just really enjoy the idea of being able to sell things. I think that's really cool. And I think it's cool for me because that's like something added that can later be expanded onto. Like, I'm sure modders can probably use that system to create some really cool things. And not even just like the unofficial, like modded stuff, but maybe if we get more craftables in the future, then say if we get like a sewing pack. I don't think we'd get a sewing pack after having a knitting pack, but it would be really cool if we could then add on to that feature that's being introduced in this pack. I'm trying to think of like things that could be added onto this, because I know the gurus talked about painting and woodworking, but I think like writing books as an author, like maybe you could get more from like self-publishing online. I don't know how that would work. Or maybe even like in university when you can craft mechanics and they have like the engineer robot side of things. You could sell your robots online for more. If you guys can think of anything else, I don't think it would be great with like food and stuff, because obviously like if you order like brownies, they're probably just gonna go stale in the mail. Stale mail. Yeah, I don't think it would work with like food craftables, but if you can think of anything else, let me know. I'm intrigued to like see what else we could sell on this website, and I'm sure the gurus would love to hear that kind of feedback as well. I hope if you missed this news, then this video could catch you all up to date. Let me know how you feel down below about this stuff pack. Did any of these features really jump out to you? Are you impressed by any of them? Let me know. And also the Sims team sometimes watches these types of videos, so hi gurus if you're watching, and if you guys want to let them know how you feel about this pack, leave it in the comments. You might have a guru seeing your comment. But remember to be kind. Even if you aren't a fan of this, understand that some people are. There are plenty of knitters out there who are very excited for this stuff pack. I'm not even a knitter, and I'm excited for this stuff pack. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will speak to you all in my next video. Bye guys!